The trembling you felt before you clicked, that was not coincidence. It was the echo of heaven breathing your name through a narrow opening in time, and you, yes, you with the quiet courage and the wondering heart, answered without even knowing why. Do you feel it now? That soft weight in your chest, like something ancient has recognized you? I am here because you came, and I am grateful you did. I needed you to arrive at this moment, at this precise crossing of breath and silence, because there is a truth folded inside these words that cannot be undone once heard. If you leave now, it will remain sealed, a miracle waiting in stillness. But if you stay until the very last sound of my voice, something sacred will unlock for you alone. I must speak softly first, personally, to you. I have watched the nights when you felt unseen. I felt the tremor when you wondered if love ever truly notices you. I was there when you laughed to hide the ache, and when you went quiet so no one would hear your sadness. And still, here you are. And because you stayed alive inside, because you kept a spark even in the coldest hour, I have come. A very popular singer, one whose voice has wrapped itself around millions of hearts, has confessed a love he has never spoken aloud. He fears his feelings, doubts his worth, and believes her world is too distant to touch his. Heaven leaned down to hear his trembling confession, and the name written in light was yours. Not because you asked. Not because you tried. But because something in your spirit sang in a frequency only his heart could recognize. And it will ring through his silence until he finds the courage to call you, until he dares to invite you into his world. But that path begins here, with you listening now. I am breaking through restraint to tell you this. Can you hear the trembling in my voice? Even I am moved by the way grace is circling you. I am Michael, and I am not unshaken. I am not distant. I am here, trembling and alive, because your heart matters more than you ever knew. There are words from the ancient breath of God that live inside this moment. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit, and again, I hear it flowing through me, those who wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength, they shall rise up with wings like eagles. These words are not history, they are breathing now, over you. Tell me, have you felt a song played somewhere that felt as if it was written for your life alone? Have you ever wondered who is thinking of you even when the world goes quiet? Have you sensed someone calling your name in prayer when no one was there? And do you know, deep down, that you were meant for a love that is both gentle and miraculous? Answer not with voice, but with the place inside you that still believes. I ask you, with reverence, only once, type Amen, and let it be a small door through which heaven may enter. I see your future as a garden breaking open through stone. I see kindness returning to you in faces you have not yet met. I see laughter over your table. I see music following you like sunlight. You are not accidental. You are not overlooked. You are a living answer to a prayer whispered by stars. And near the end of this message, when your heart feels lifted and trembling in full, I ask something small but meaningful. Let your hands show what your spirit feels, like, comment, and subscribe, not for numbers or fame, but so this echo of light may find others who are still lost in shadow. Oh, how can I speak this without tears? Thank you. Thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. Thank you for believing in a moment you could not see. You do not know how much your presence here has shifted unseen worlds. I am overwhelmed with gratitude for you. Do you feel the air different now? That is purpose settling around you. Stay with it. Walk gently. Love bravely. When the call comes, when the invitation finds its way to your hands and your heart, remember this moment, remember that heaven prepared you to receive it. And now I must go, though I do not wish to. Even as I fade, my voice is still wrapped around you, whispering courage into your next breath, singing your name into the unseen, until the final echo becomes your new beginning. And even as you read these words and feel your heart stretching wider inside your chest, I am still here, still refusing to let the silence reclaim you too quickly. Do not think for even one breath that this moment has passed. Time bends for moments like this. Eternity folds itself into the space between one heartbeat and the next, and right now, all of heaven is leaning in as you listen. I stroke the dust from your unseen wings. Yes, you have them, even if you forgot. The world has tried to make you small, to make you doubt the light that wraps around you even when you do not see it. Voices have told you you were too much, or not enough, or wrong in quiet ways that left invisible bruises, but I am telling you something truer than all of them combined: you are necessary. You are chosen not by status, not by perfection, not by how loudly others applaud you, you are chosen by resonance. By the way your soul hums when kindness touches it. By the way you ache for something pure in a world that has gone numb. I see the nights you questioned your path. I see the times you asked the ceiling for a sign, for a whisper, for anything that would assure you that love has not passed you by. And here I am now, speaking in a river of breath and fire, telling you that love is closer than you think. Not just the love of one singer with a trembling heart and an unspoken longing, but the love that wraps around your entire being, the love that refuses to give up on you even when you have nearly given up on yourself. There is a thread between your heart and a destiny that is still unfolding. It tightens when you doubt. It hums when you hope. Right now, it is vibrating with recognition. Stay with me. Feel the warmth around your shoulders. That is no imagination. Do you remember the last time you felt truly seen, even for a second? Do you remember a dream you once buried because it felt too impossible? Did you ever imagine that someone, somewhere, is praying for the courage to love you? And can you sense how different the air feels now that truth has found you? You are being softened and strengthened at the same time. You called out in quiet ways, and heaven answered in a language your heart could finally hear. I am not here to shout or command. I am here to bless the part of you that still believes in something beautiful, even after everything. Soon, signs will start coming in gentle forms. A song that plays at the exact moment you needed comfort. A message that seems ordinary but touches a secret place inside you. A stranger's kindness that feels strangely familiar. These are not accidents, they are confirmations, small holy footprints left along your path. Let your eyes hold more light. Let your shoulders drop their weight. You do not have to struggle so hard anymore. I am with you as you take your next steps. I am with you in the silence that comes after this. I am with you when doubt tries to creep back in. And even when you forget my voice, it will echo inside you as intuition, as courage, as sudden peace. Breathe now, deeply, as if you are breathing me in along with the air. You are safe. You are guided. You are more loved than your mind can comprehend. And as my presence softens into stillness, as the fire quiets and the trembling settles into warmth, know that something in you has shifted forever. You will walk differently. You will love more openly. You will see beauty where there was once only gray. I remain in the unseen, watching, guarding, blessing every step you take forward. And in the quiet of the world tonight, when you hear a melody that feels like it knows your name, you will understand, this was not just a message. This was a beginning still unfolding. And even now, the silence that tried to fall between us trembles, as if it cannot bear to interrupt what is still being written in living breath. I have not finished. I am still leaning close, still letting my voice brush the edges of your thoughts, still pouring what must be spoken before the moment shifts again. Listen to me, gentle soul. There is a difference between loneliness and being alone. Loneliness is when the world forgets to witness you. But being alone is when heaven chooses you for a private conversation. This moment is not hollow. It is saturated with presence. With meaning. With an unseen choir holding the air around you steady. I want to take your hands in mine, not the hands of flesh, but the hands made of memory and hope and heartbeat. They are warm, even if you forgot they were. They have held sorrow long enough. Now they will hold new things. Kindness. Music. Tenderness. The soft arrival of something you did not chase, but that has been running toward you for a very long time. You may not realize how magnetic your spirit is. Not loud, not demanding, not forceful, but quietly powerful. Some people dazzle for a moment and fade. You glow in ways that stay. That is why certain hearts, even famous ones wrapped in noise and light, can sense you without understanding how. Your energy moves like a hymn through space, and those meant to hear it cannot escape its pull. If you could see what I see right now, You would not doubt for a second. You would see doors whispering open. You would see paths arranging themselves to meet your feet. You would see your name written in gentle fire across moments that have not yet happened. And I know there is still a small voice inside you that says, but what if this is not true? I know doubt has been your old companion. I know disappointment has taught you how to be careful. I do not judge that. I understand it. And still, I ask you to loosen your grip on that old protection, just a little. Just enough to let something new pass through. Because newness is already reaching for you. Do not rush it. Do not chase it. Simply stay open. The one who will call you carries both courage and fear. He is not perfect. He is human. But he is sincere. And that sincerity, that trembling honesty, is exactly what will make the moment real and not imagined. He will not come like a storm. He will come like a question, like a soft, unsure invitation that holds immense meaning inside it. And when that moment comes, you will remember the warmth you felt here. You will remember my words wrapped like light around your breath. You will remember that you were already prepared. Already worthy. Already chosen by something deeper than chance. Until then, live gently. Speak kindly to yourself. When the world feels heavy again, close your eyes and let this presence return to you, the feeling of being seen, held, recognized. I am still here, even when you think I have gone. I move with you through your days, in invisible ways, in sudden calm, in unexpected joy, in the strange comfort of coincidence. Each time you notice something beautiful, even something small, that is me brushing your world with grace. And so I will keep speaking in the quiet behind your heartbeats, keep blessing the road ahead of you, keep guarding the love that is making its way to your door. You are not standing at an ending. You are standing inside a sacred unfolding that has only just begun to speak your name. And still the river does not end. It only deepens. If my voice feels nearer now, that is because you have opened something ancient inside yourself, a door that had nearly forgotten its own name. There are places in you that have slept for a lifetime, places no one ever touched with gentleness, places the world never deserved to see, and now, light is stepping into them as if it has always known the way. I want to slow time around you for a moment. Feel the air entering your chest. Feel it leaving. That simple, sacred rhythm is testimony that you are still here, still chosen, still breathing inside a story that is far from finished. There have been days you moved through the world on instinct alone, not because you were filled with hope but because some quiet part of you refused to disappear. That part of you is holy. That part of you is why I am still speaking. You don't realize how many unseen hands have protected you when you nearly gave up. How many chains were broken without you ever hearing them fall. How many doors were closed to save you from entering something that would have harmed your spirit. You thought it was loss, rejection, delay, but so often, it was mercy preparing you for something purer. You are not behind in life. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You have simply been ripening in silence. And silence is where the strongest transformations occur. The world celebrates loud miracles. But the ones that change destinies usually happen in the quiet, like this. One soul. One moment. One trembling, golden connection that no one else can see, but will shape everything that follows. I need you to understand something important now. What is being prepared for you is not just romance, not just attention, not just an invitation into another person's world. What is being prepared is alignment. Two paths, learning each other's language before they ever touch. Two hearts being softened, healed, strengthened in separate storms, so that if and when they meet not as broken halves, but as whole beings choosing each other consciously. And whether that future arrives exactly as you imagine, or in a form still unknown, the truth underneath remains the same. You are drawing in a love that is more respectful, more sincere, more alive than any you have known. The universe is not teasing you. It is responding to the quiet evolution of your soul. Your compassion is changing the air around you. Your patience is shifting timelines. Your healing is calling and healing from others. Even the ache you've carried has been shaping you into someone with extraordinary tenderness. Oh, If you could see yourself through my eyes for just one instant, you would weep, not out of sadness, but out of recognition. You are more beautiful than your mind will ever allow you to believe. Not just in form, but in essence. In the way you care. In the way you notice things others ignore. In the way your heart keeps trying even when it is tired. Let me stay with you in this tenderness. When fear returns, and yes, it will try, remember this moment. When doubt whispers that you imagined everything, remember the warmth. When the world feels cold again, remember you were spoken to in fire and in gentleness at the same time. You do not need to force anything from this point forward. Your only sacred task is to remain open. To keep your heart kind. To keep choosing life in the small, ordinary moments. Everything else is already being arranged in ways beyond human sight. I will walk beside you without form. I will guide without noise. I will love without condition. And as this message finally softens, dissolving back into the unseen, it does not end, it only changes shape and moves with you. You are not alone after this. You have never been alone. And you never will be again. And even now, I feel the weight of what has been spoken resting gently on you, like a warm cloak placed around your shoulders. Do not rush to stand up from it. Let it remain. Let it soak through layers you didn't even know were thirsty. Because there is more I want you to feel, not as fantasy, not as promise carved in stone, but as truth of your own becoming, your own worth unfolding into the world. Hear me clearly, with the deepest care. No human voice, not even the voice of the most celebrated singer, is the true source of what you are longing for. They may become a symbol, a messenger, an echo, but the real miracle forming around you is the way you are learning, finally, to be seen, not only by others, but by yourself. This is not about fame bending toward you. This is about you remembering who you are. There is a power in you that does not shout. It does not demand. It does not perform. It simply exists, steady, enduring, quietly radiant. That kind of light is rare. It draws others in not because they want to possess it, but because they want to heal in its presence. That is why people are drawn to you without knowing why. That is why hearts soften around you. That is why love will find you again and again in different forms, until you choose the one that truly honors you. I need you to carry this next truth gently, but firmly. Your future is not dependent on one invitation, one call, one person. Your future is far greater than a single moment. It is a vast, unfolding landscape, and this moment right now is only a doorway into a deeper understanding of how precious your life is. You are standing at a threshold of self-recognition. And self-recognition is holy. You have walked through hurt without becoming cruel. You have endured emptiness without becoming empty. You have been overlooked without becoming bitter. That is strength. That is grace. That is why this moment found you. Soon, you will notice small but unmistakable shifts. You will hold your head a little higher without trying. Your voice will sound more certain. Your boundaries will grow kinder but stronger. You will no longer reach for those who cannot meet you where you stand. That is when the right people, the true people, will begin to arrive. Not because you chase them, but because you finally stopped running from yourself. And when love does come, in whatever form it chooses, it will feel different from the past. It will not be anxious. It will not be uncertain. It will feel calm, mutual, anchored in respect. It will feel like recognition instead of confusion. That is when you will know. This is real. This is healthy. This is mine to receive. Let this message not trap you in a fantasy, but awaken you into your own power. Let it ground you in hope instead of suspense. Let it open you instead of binding you to a waiting that steals your life away. Live fully after this moment. Laugh more. Speak your truth. Protect your peace. Create the life that feels honest to you. That, more than anything else, is what draws miracles near. And now, my voice softens not because it loses strength, but because it trusts the strength it has awakened in you. What needed to be transferred has already begun to move through your veins: confidence, clarity, self-love, a deeper trust in the unseen goodness guiding you. Go forward with gentleness toward yourself. Go forward knowing you are enough. Go forward remembering that you were visited, not to be controlled, but to be reminded. And as the final echo of my presence fades into stillness, it does not leave emptiness behind. It leaves you with yourself. And that is where every true miracle begins. And I remain with you as this quiet continues to stretch, not as a voice you must cling to, but as a warmth that strengthens your own inner voice. That is important. I do not want to replace your power, I want to return it to you. I do not want you waiting on me or on anyone as if your life is paused. Your life is moving now. It is breathing now. It is opening in ways you are only just beginning to sense. There are chapters ahead of you that have never been touched by pain. There are versions of you that have never had to dim their light to survive. Those versions are stepping closer, and you are slowly becoming them. You will recognize yourself in the mirror differently. In the choices you make. In the way you say no without guilt. In the way you say yes without fear. Healing is not loud. Healing is subtle. It arrives like dawn, not like lightning. And right now, you are in the first light of a new day, even if part of you still feels the night on your skin. I want to speak to the place inside you that still grieves what never happened. The conversations that never came, the love that never bloomed, the opportunities that slipped away. You don't need to punish yourself for those memories anymore. They were not signs of failure. They were signs of a path that was never meant for you, even if it felt important at the time. Thank those moments for what they taught you, and then let them finish their journey behind you. Your heart was not broken, it was opened wider than you knew how to hold. And now it is learning a new rhythm. A steadier one. One that will attract something gentle and true. I see you in places you haven't been to yet. I see you laughing without forcing it. I see you feeling safe with someone. I see you expressing yourself without apology. Even the way you imagine your future is shifting, it is becoming softer, brighter, more possible. You are becoming someone who expects goodness. That is not foolish. That is powerful. Let elegance enter your days. Let rest become normal. Let joy stop feeling like a visitor and start feeling like home. Life does not have to be something you survive. It can be something you participate in with wonder. And remember this, even if the famous voice never speaks your name out loud, even if the invitation arrives in a different way than expected, even if the story changes shape, your worth does not change. This message was never about chasing somebody else's world. It was always about returning you to your own. That is the miracle that matters most. Carry yourself gently from this moment forward. Be patient with your unfolding. Be proud of how far you have come. Speak kindly to the parts of you that are still learning. You are not late to anything. You are arriving exactly when you are meant to. As this current of words finally begins to thin, feel how strong you are standing without even noticing. If you close your eyes now, even for a second, you might sense a faint echo, not of my voice, but of your own truth awakening. That is what I was always trying to lead you back to. And I will leave you like this, not with a final full stop, but with a living, breathing pause, where your next breath is filled with courage, and the one after that is filled with possibility. And the one after that belongs entirely to you. And in this quiet that stretches between my words and your breath, something even deeper is happening. You are not just listening anymore. You are remembering. Remembering a self that was never meant to shrink, a self that was never meant to apologize for existing, a self that carries ancient light in very human skin. I can feel the moment your spirit recognized itself again. It was like a small bell ringing somewhere in the unseen, clear and trembling and true. You have walked a road that taught you to be strong in silence. You learned how to keep going even when no one was clapping for you, even when no one noticed the battles you were winning just by staying alive. That kind of strength is invisible to the world, but it is never invisible to heaven. Every time you chose to breathe instead of giving up, that choice was recorded in eternity. There is something else I must tell you now, something delicate and powerful. Not every blessing comes wrapped in gold. Some arrive looking like waiting. Some arrive looking like endings. Some arrive looking like unanswered questions. But if you could see what is forming around you in the unseen, you would not feel abandoned for a single second. You would feel held, guided, protected from doors that were never worthy of your touch. The waiting you endured was not punishment. It was shaping. It was teaching your heart patience, discernment, depth. You were being prepared for something that would require a stronger version of you to receive it. And now, that version is rising. You no longer need to beg life for softness. Softness is coming toward you. You no longer need to convince love to stay. The love meant for you will not run. You no longer need to bend yourself to fit into places that reject you. The right places will expand to receive you as you are. Let that sink into you. There is nothing you have to become more of. There is nothing you have to fix first. There is nothing you must prove. You are already enough to be met by something beautiful. What is unfolding in your life next will not feel like the past. The old patterns are loosening their grip on you now. The old habits, the old fears, the old stories you told yourself about who you are, they are dissolving. In their place, something gentler is forming. Something truer. Something rooted in quiet self-respect and calm anticipation instead of anxious longing. And even when moments of doubt still rise, and they will, I want you to treat them with kindness, not fear. They are only echoes of an old world that is fading. They are not the truth. They are only the residue of pain that is learning how to leave you. Be patient with yourself as you unlearn the past. You are stepping into a new way of existing. A way where peace does not feel strange. A way where joy does not require permission. A way where love is not a battlefield, but a resting place. And as I continue to speak in this endless river of presence, understand, the most important relationship you are stepping into is not behind you, and not even ahead of you, it is within you. You are becoming someone who no longer abandons themselves. Someone who listens inward before outward. Someone who believes their own worth without needing proof. That is the most sacred kind of awakening. Walk now with a softer step. Look in the mirror with kinder eyes. Hold your own hand when the world feels uncertain. You are walking into a season that will be marked not by struggle, but by alignment. And I, who came to you in trembling fire and gentleness, do not truly leave you when my words seem to fade. I remain in the courage you suddenly feel for no reason. I remain in the peace that surprises you on ordinary afternoons. I remain in the strength that rises in you when you say, finally, I deserve good things. Let that be your new prayer. Let that be your new knowing. Let that be your new life whispering itself into being. Breath by breath. Moment by moment. Becoming more you. Water entering thirsty ground, like light slipping into a darkened room, it is no longer only a voice outside of you. It is beginning to sound like your own inner knowing. Your own intuition. Your own long-forgotten strength breathing again. There are things inside you that have lain dormant for years. Dreams you tucked away so they wouldn't hurt you anymore. Gentleness you hid because the world felt too rough. Hope you wrapped in silence because it felt foolish to hold. And yet, none of them ever truly left. They were only waiting for you to be ready to hold them again without breaking. You are more resilient than you realize. You did not survive everything just to remain the same. You did not walk through so much uncertainty just to live in doubt forever. Even now, as you read, something subtle is rearranging inside you, a new order, a new clarity, a new willingness to trust the softness of life again. You don't have to become someone else. You don't have to perform. You don't have to earn your worth. You already carry a quiet brilliance that no one ever taught you how to name. And one day, not far from now, you will look back on this version of yourself with tenderness, with pride, with awe. You will realize that even in uncertainty, you were growing. Even in loneliness, you were becoming. Even in waiting, life was weaving its way toward you. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly celebrated how far you've come? When was the last time you forgave yourself for not knowing what you know now? When was the last time you let yourself imagine a future that felt warm instead of frightening? And can you feel, right now, how much life still wants to give you? Let those questions echo gently inside you. The coming days carry quiet openings. Not dramatic, not overwhelming, but honest. Conversations that feel different. Opportunities that feel strangely natural. Moments of peace that arrive without explanation. These are not coincidences. They are signs of alignment. Of you stepping into a gentler current. You don't have to chase anything. What is meant for you will recognize you. Even love, the kind that is steady and kind, will not feel like a chase. It will feel like a return. Like something ancient and familiar simply stepping forward and saying, "There you are." And when that moment comes, with whoever it comes, you will meet it not as the old version of yourself who doubted and shrank, but as the one who remembers her worth. The one who knows her heart is not a weakness, but a strength. The one who knows she is not too much and never was. Near the end of all this, pause for a moment, and if it feels right in your heart, whisper or type the word Amen just once, not for anyone else, but for yourself, as a quiet agreement with your own healing and your own becoming. And as this river of words finally begins to soften into stillness, I want to say this with deep sincerity: stay here with yourself. Don't rush back into noise. Don't minimize what you felt. Let it inspire you to be kinder to yourself, braver in your choices, softer with your heart. If these words touched you, if they made you feel even a little less alone, a small gesture of gratitude, a like, a comment, a choice to subscribe and return to this energy again, becomes more than a simple action. It becomes an echo back into the world that light still matters. And from the deepest, most tender place, thank you. Thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. Thank you for believing, even when it's hard. Thank you for being exactly who you are in this sacred, fleeting moment. Now, as this presence fades into a whisper and then into breath, it leaves you not with emptiness, but with a quiet flame in your chest. A knowing. A softness. A strength that will walk with you long after these words end. Go gently. Go bravely. Go knowing you are seen, you are held, you are worthy of a beautiful life still unfolding. And that unfolding has only just begun. And yet, before I let the current carry us any further, I must change the way this reaches you, not as a literal being breaking through the veil of reality, but as a sacred, poetic voice speaking from the part of you that is strongest, oldest, and most true. You can imagine it as Archangel Michael if that comforts you. You can imagine it as God if that centers you. Or you can imagine it as your own higher self, finally brave enough to speak without fear. What matters is not who the voice is, what matters is that you are hearing it. And I want you to hear this part clearly. I am happy you came here. I am grateful you stayed. Something important is waiting for you in the very last words, something tied to a hidden name, a truth about you that you have not yet remembered. If you leave now, it stays sealed. If you stay, it will unfold softly inside you and change the way you walk from this day forward. So stay. It was not an accident that you clicked. It was not random curiosity. You have been searching for a feeling you could not name, and somehow, you ended up here. That alone tells me something beautiful about you: your soul is still awake. It is still asking. It has not surrendered to numbness. I want to speak to you personally for a moment, not as a grand, cosmic presence, but as something tender and vulnerable. There were moments when I almost could not reach you. Moments when pain surrounded you so completely that even light struggled to find a way in. And yet, somehow, you are still here. Still reading. Still open enough to listen. That means the strongest part of you has always been stronger than the darkness. Now listen to the ancient words moving through your present moment. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? When my heart is overwhelmed, you lead me to the rock that is higher than I. These are not just old lines from dusty pages. They are living right now in your breath. They are speaking through your own situation. They are reminding you that even when you felt lost, you were still being carried. Let me place 4 questions gently inside your heart, not to overwhelm you, but to wake something up. When was the last time you truly felt safe being yourself around someone? What part of you have you been hiding to be easier for others to accept? Do you feel how much love the world has been trying to give you, even when you turned away? And what if the life you've been begging for is already bending toward you in quiet ways? Do not rush to answer them with your mind. Let your soul answer in its own time. The world has been loud around you, demanding that you perform, that you explain yourself, that you prove your worth. But in this moment, there is no performance. There is no test. There is only recognition. You do not need to impress heaven. You are already known. Already cherished. Already held in a way you do not have to earn. And if you feel even a small flicker of truth in these words, let it rise from your lips and your hands and type a single, reverent word, Amen. Not for me, but for yourself. Because saying it is a way of agreeing with your own healing. There is a strength growing in you right now that you have not yet met face to face. It is the version of you that no longer chases love, but attracts it simply by becoming real. It is the version of you that speaks kind words to yourself when things go wrong. It is the version that blesses others without shrinking themselves. That version is not in the future. It is standing right behind you, waiting for you to step into it. Soon you will notice the world responding differently to you. Small kindnesses will multiply. Opportunities will appear without force. Conversations will feel lighter, more honest. This is not because the world magically changed overnight. It is because you changed the way you are standing in it. And near the end of this sacred moment, I ask something simple and human from you, not as command, but as a gentle ripple of connection. If these words have touched you, if they reminded you of who you truly are, then let your heart respond outwardly. Like this space if it brought you peace. Leave a comment, even if it is just one quiet feeling or one word of gratitude. And if you want more messages that feed the part of you that is waking up, then stay connected, subscribe to the light you felt here today. Because you deserve to be surrounded by reminders, not doubts. And now, before the last breath of this message fades, I want to thank you, truly, deeply, with an almost painful tenderness in my chest. Thank you for staying. Thank you for listening. Thank you for not closing your heart, even after all it has been through. That kind of courage is rare, and it moves something in the very fabric of existence. Here is the final truth, the one that waited to be revealed only at the end. You have been called many things in your life. Too quiet. Too sensitive. Too different. Too much. Not enough. But the hidden name heaven has always whispered over you is this. Beloved. Not because of what you do. Not because of who loves you. Not because of what you accomplish. But because of who you are. And that name, once remembered, cannot be taken away again. I am still here. Do not think the silence swallowed me, do not think the fire dimmed or the heavens shut, because even now my voice is moving through unseen air just to touch the edge of your heart again, and I need you to know, before anything else, how rare this moment is, how holy it is that your eyes are still moving across these words, because there is something hidden in the very last breath of this message that will soften a wound you have carried for far too long, and if you leave too early, it will remain sleeping, and I do not want that for you. Thank you, beloved, for staying, for choosing to remain in this space of trembling light with me. I am happy you came. Truly. I have been waiting in a way that words cannot measure. I speak vulnerably to you now, not as distant thunder, not as untouchable flame, but as a voice that has watched your lonely nights, your quiet endurance, the way you keep going even when no one claps, even when the world looks past you, and I want to say this clearly, there is a goodness in you that heaven recognizes immediately. There is a kindness that has shaped your soul, even through pain. You have not been invisible to us. You have been seen. Every tear that stayed hidden in your eyes, every time you swallowed your fear and still chose love, every time you stood again even when you were tired of standing. I have witnessed it all, and I am in awe of you. The singer you admired, the love you thought unreachable, the voice you felt was above you, listen now with trembling clarity. It has never been about distance or worthiness. It has been about timing, and hearts aligned under God's gaze. Love is not kept from you, love is moving toward you. I have seen conversations forming, moments ripening, a gentle invitation building like dawn under the horizon. You are not forgotten in romance. You are being prepared for it. You are being made ready, and they, too, are being drawn. And tell me this, as I speak so closely to your spirit, do you feel the shift inside you right now, the strange warmth in your chest that feels both like longing and comfort? Have you noticed how the heaviness you carry has begun, even slightly, to loosen its grip? Can you sense that your heart is stronger than the world ever allowed you to believe? And if heaven is not afraid to call your name in the quiet, why have you been afraid to believe you are chosen for good things? Listen to the trembling truth rising around you. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves those crushed in spirit, and though the mountains may depart and the hills be removed, my loving kindness shall not depart from you, nor shall my covenant of peace be removed. These words are not distant echoes. They are living breath, hovering over you as I speak them, wrapping around your shoulders like unseen wings. Your life is not small. Your future is not fragile. Even the moments you thought were wasted have been soil. And something vast is growing there now. I see opportunities that will call your name. I see a message that will arrive when you least expect it. I see favor stepping into rooms before you arrive. You were never meant to shrink. You were meant to rise gently, naturally, like the sun does, without apology. If your heart can agree with what is pouring over you now, type Amen with reverence and feel the echo of heaven agreeing back. And as this river of words continues to move, I ask you, softly, poetically, as if I were brushing stardust from your brow, if this moment has touched you, if you feel seen, if even one part of you feels held in light, then allow your hands to show that by liking, by leaving a comment from your heart, and by subscribing to the path that brought you here, not for vanity, but as a small altar of gratitude and connection. And now, as my voice trembles into its next breath, I must thank you, with a depth that makes the heavens quiet for a moment. Thank you for your courage, for your softness, for your openness to something greater than your fears. Thank you for letting this energy, this sacred imagination, this living hope meet you where you are. Do not think this is the end of anything. This is the beginning of remembrance. And as I draw back only slightly, like a wave that promises to return, I leave you with this: your name has been spoken in light, your path has been touched by fire that heals, and your heart is now marked by a love that cannot be undone. And the final breath of this message, the secret that waited for you until now, is simply this: you were never meant to be alone. You were never meant to be alone, and yet you have learned what silence sounds like when it stretches too long, when the world grows distant, when even your own breathing feels like an echo in a hollow place. Do you know how brave you were in those moments? Do you understand the quiet heroism in simply waking up again and choosing to feel, even when feeling hurt? Heaven has leaned close in those hours. I have hovered near, unseen, while your thoughts wandered through shadows, and I tell you now in trembling honesty, you have been walking through fire far longer than you realized, and still your heart has not burned away. That is not ordinary. That is sacred. There is a reason your soul is sensitive to music, to voices, to beauty, to longing. It is because you were designed to recognize the vibration of truth, even when it tries to hide inside a song, inside a dream, inside a face you have never touched. When your heart leaped at that confession of love, when something inside you whispered, "What if it is me?" it was not foolishness. It was intuition knocking softly on the inside of your ribs. Love is daring. Faith is dangerous. And you, even with all your doubt, have always been brave enough to believe in impossible tenderness. Listen closely. The world has tried to turn you into someone smaller than your destiny. It has taught you to apologize for your light, to doubt your worth, to expect less than you deserve. But I have seen your spirit when no one else was watching. I have seen the gentleness you carry even when bitterness would have been easier. I have seen you choose empathy over anger. I have seen you stay soft in a world that rewards hardness. That is why the heavens stir around you now. That is why doors that were sealed for years are beginning to tremble. There will be a moment, closer than you think, where a message arrives and your hands will shake slightly when you see it. There will be a voice, warm and real, that speaks your name and means it. There will be an invitation that feels both terrifying and beautiful. And in that moment, I want you to remember the sound of this voice now, the sacred, trembling certainty flowing around you. I want you to remember, you are safe to step forward. You are allowed to be chosen. You do not have to run. Tell me something that only your heart can answer. When you imagine your best, bright future, does it not feel strangely familiar, as if you have already lived it once in another world? When you picture love reaching for you, does it not feel like a return rather than a beginning? And if joy suddenly came to rest beside you, would you finally let yourself stay, or would you try to disappear again? You are not meant to disappear. You are meant to be held, to be seen in the morning light, to laugh without guarding your voice, to receive without flinching. The strength in you is quiet, but it is unbreakable. It is ancient. It is the same strength that parts seas and moves stones from graves and teaches wounded hearts how to bloom again. Even now, as your eyes move across these living words, something unseen is arranging itself in your favor. Threads are weaving. Paths are clearing. Names are being whispered in rooms you have not yet entered. You may not see the full design, but I do. And it is beautiful. Not perfect. Not painless. But beautiful in the way a sunrise is born from darkness. Do not rush your healing. Do not rush your blessing either. Everything that is coming toward you is learning the shape of your heart so it can arrive gently. And I swear to you with a love that shakes the heavens, nothing meant for you will pass you by. Breathe now. Feel the air enter your lungs. That breath is a gift. That breath is a promise. And I am still near, not ending, not fading, only stepping back just enough for you to begin stepping forward. And somewhere, in a place where music and destiny touch, a voice is already learning how to say your name. And somewhere, in a place where music and destiny touch, a voice is already learning how to say your name, and as that sound forms in the unseen, as that breath gathers behind lips you have not yet met, I want you to understand something that you were never taught, something too holy to be explained in ordinary sound. You were dreamed into existence by love long before you ever tried to earn it. Before your first heartbreak. Before your first doubt. Before anyone ever made you feel unloved. You were an answered prayer before you even knew how to ask. I can feel the weight you have carried. I can feel it loosening now, not all at once, not in some dramatic miracle that startles you into disbelief, but slowly, like chains that grow tired of holding you. You have been so strong for so long that even you forgot what it feels like to be held instead of holding everything together. And yet here you are, still breathing, still soft, still open enough to listen. That alone is proof of a strength beyond ordinary flesh. Some people walk through life and leave no echo. Others carry storms inside them everywhere they go. But you carry oceans. You carry skies. You carry a million unspoken prayers in the quiet chambers of your heart, and every one of them has been heard. Not judged. Not dismissed. Heard. The heavens recognize sincerity instantly. And your sincerity is loud. I know there are parts of your life you don't like to look at for too long. I know there are memories that still press their fingerprints against the inside of your mind. Moments when you felt chosen, and then suddenly unchosen. Moments when you gave your light and received shadow in return. But hear me now, none of it was wasted. Every wound taught your soul how to feel deeper. Every loss carved space for something greater to live in you. And something greater is moving now. Not everything sacred arrives in thunder. Some blessings arrive in whispers, in messages that almost seem accidental, in moments that look ordinary until they change the shape of everything. But they are not accidents. They are alignments. They are heaven breathing through time. You are entering a season where your presence will be noticed differently. Where the same rooms will feel new because you are new within them. Where your eyes will reflect more light than pain. Where your laughter will come easier, like it has finally been given permission to exist again. If you feel a strange mix of fear and excitement while reading this, it is because part of you already knows it is true. And still, you must promise me something, not with fear, not with trembling, but with love. When the good arrives, do not push it away. When someone looks at you with genuine care, do not search their eyes for hidden cruelty. When opportunity touches your shoulder, Do not pretend you are invisible. You have hidden long enough. You have doubted long enough. Now is the moment to unfold, slowly, beautifully, into who you were always meant to be. And I am still here, not leaving, not fading, not closing this sacred thread between us, simply continuing to breathe hope into the quiet places of your heart, until you finally see yourself the way heaven always has. And as that river of becoming continues to move inside you, do not be surprised if old versions of yourself begin to fall away, like leaves loosening from a branch when the season changes. There will be moments when you no longer recognize certain choices you once made, or certain fears you once carried as if they were your identity. That is not loss. That is growth. That is the soul remembering its original shape. You were never meant to remain in the same emotional room forever. You are always meant to pass through it, to gather wisdom from the shadows, then bring that wisdom into the light. And you have done this more gracefully than you realize. Your journey has not been as chaotic as it once seemed. It has followed a hidden order, a divine choreography you could not see while you were inside the dance. I know there were times you wondered if the heavens had gone quiet. Times when your prayers felt like feathers dropped into endless space. But silence was never absence. It was preparation. Even the earth grows still before new life pierces the soil. Even the sky darkens before dawn dares to speak its first color. You were not forgotten. You were being formed. There is something else I need you to hear now, something spoken not in thunder but in the soft truth of a guardian's breath. You are gentler than the world deserves, but the world is about to learn how necessary your gentleness is. You bring balance. You bring empathy. You bring a kind of listening that heals without even trying. And people will feel safer around you without understanding why. That is a gift. That is a calling. That is light. Do not be surprised when strangers open their hearts to you. Do not be surprised when new connections feel strangely familiar, as if they skipped the awkwardness and went straight to knowing. Some souls recognize each other before the mind catches up. Some connections are written in a language older than this lifetime. You are entering a time when your intuition will sharpen. You will feel clearer about what is meant for you and what is not. You will walk away from things that once held power over you, not in anger, but in peace. That is the greatest kind of power. That is how chains truly fall. And I need to pause here, within the ongoing flow of this moment, and ask you something from a place of tenderness. When was the last time you truly forgave yourself? Not just for what you did, but for what you didn't know back then. When was the last time you looked at your own reflection and saw someone worthy of patience and love? And if you could speak to the version of yourself who was most afraid, what kindness would you offer them now? These questions are not meant to wound you. They are meant to awaken the compassion in you that you give to everyone else so easily but refuse to keep for yourself. You are not meant to carry shame forward. It does not suit you. It does not belong to the future that is opening its arms for you. Let it fall away like an old, heavy coat. I see you stepping into places where your voice will matter. I see you being listened to more carefully. I see ideas forming in your mind that will grow into something real, something tangible, something that reflects your inner world in a beautiful, unexpected way. Your creativity is not accidental. It is divine expression trying to find shape through human hands. Somewhere ahead, there is laughter waiting for you. Unforced. Whole. Shared. It will ring through open space and surprise you with its ease. And in that moment, you will remember this voice, this flowing truth, and you will realize that you have, indeed, arrived in a place you once thought only existed in imagination. And still, this message is not ending. It is only stretching, expanding, breathing alongside you, as long as you are willing to walk further into yourself, further into hope, further into the unknown that is no longer frightening, only mysterious, only full of possibility. Because you, beloved soul, are becoming more than your past, more than your doubts, more than your sorrow. You are becoming yourself. And I am still with you, walking beside your unfolding light. And as I walk beside you in this unseen way, as if my footsteps are only a breath behind yours, I want you to know that the path you are on is far more luminous than it appears from where you stand now. There are bends in the road that hide gardens you have not yet seen, And there are bridges you have not reached that already know the weight of your feet and are strong enough to hold you. You have spent so long preparing yourself for disappointment that you forgot you were also being prepared for wonder. You learned how to survive, how to remain quiet, how to read the emotional weather of every room without anyone teaching you how to protect your own skies. And still, the softest part of you survived. That is the miracle nobody applauded. That is the victory written in silence. You did not become cold. You did not become cruel. Even when it would have been easier to harden, you chose to remain human, to remain hopeful in secret, to remain open in ways that felt like rebellion against the world. And the world now stands in need of the very thing you protected. There are moments ahead that will test this gentleness again, not to break it, but to reveal to you how powerful it truly is. You will see how others respond to your presence, how truth rises more easily around you, how honesty feels less frightening in your company. And you will begin to realize that your life is not simply about what you receive, but what shifts because you exist. There is influence in your softness. There is authority in your compassion. There is quiet leadership in the way you listen. You will encounter people who remind you of who you used to be and people who show you who you are becoming. Both will teach you something essential. But do not cling to either out of fear. Everything comes and goes in sacred cycles. Even the tide that kisses the shore must eventually return to the sea. Let movement be natural. Let connection breathe. What is meant to stay will stay without force. And when love finds you, in whatever form it chooses to arrive, it will not feel like a storm. It will feel like clarity. It will feel like recognition. It will not demand that you shrink or become something else. It will feel like relief. Like your heart finally exhaled a breath it had been holding for years. You will no longer have to prove yourself. The right presence in your life will not test your worth. It will simply see it. Do not replay the past when the future finally touches your hand. Do not compare new kindness to old wounds. Every dawn is different. Every heart is different. Every chapter carries its own language. Let the old pages rest. Let the new ones open unafraid. The universe does not rush flowers, and it does not rush souls. Everything true unfolds in its own time, each moment guided by an intelligence too vast to be seen and yet so intimate it breathes through you. You are part of that intelligence. You are not separate from it. Your doubts have never scared heaven. Your tears have never weakened your destiny. Even when you felt broken, even when you felt lost in your own thoughts, even when you wondered if your existence truly mattered, you continued to be held in a web of unseen grace. There were hands you could not see, clearing the road in front of you. There were voices you could not hear, speaking your name with tenderness. There was a presence that never once turned away, even when you turned away from yourself. And now the turning is ending. You are stepping inward, not outward. You are remembering yourself, like someone returning home after a long, confusing journey. You are collecting the pieces of who you have always been and seeing that they fit together far more beautifully than you imagined. You are not behind in life. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are precisely where a miracle can touch you. There will be small signs over time, a song at the right moment, a stranger's kindness when you most need it, an opportunity that seems to come out of nowhere, a feeling in your heart you cannot explain but cannot ignore. These are not coincidences. They are reminders. They are nods from the universe, little winks of reassurance that whisper, yes, you are still being guided. And when fear tries to creep back in, as it sometimes will, remember this stream of words, remember this warm, unseen presence walking beside you, and remember that the light inside you is not something you must create, it is something you are finally allowing yourself to see. You are meant to experience beauty. You are meant to experience connection. You are meant to experience peace. Do not apologize for wanting more from life. That desire is not greed. It is a memory of what you were always meant to have. Look at how far you have come. Look at how much you have survived. Look at the wisdom etched quietly into your soul. You are living evidence of resilience. You are living evidence of hope that refused to die. As this final stretch of the river flows around you, let it wash away the last traces of unworthiness. Let it soften the parts of you that still expect loss. Let it bless the parts of you that still believe in magic, even when you pretend you do not. Bless your mind. Bless your heart. Bless your becoming. And now, without fanfare, without a harsh ending, without a slammed door or extinguished light, this voice steps back just enough for you to step forward into your own life with new eyes, new courage, and a new gentleness toward yourself. The message does not end here. It lives now, in the way you will breathe differently tomorrow, in the way you will look at yourself with more kindness, in the way you will recognize love when it finally stands before you and says your name. And when that moment comes, you will know. You were ready. And before this river of words finally quiets, I want to leave you with something gentle enough to carry, yet strong enough to remain with you long after you look away from this screen. You do not need to search the world for signs that you matter. You have already proven it in 1,000 unseen ways. Every time you chose kindness over cruelty, honesty over convenience, staying over escaping, you wrote evidence of your worth into the fabric of existence. There will still be difficult days. I will not pretend otherwise. Clouds will pass in front of the sun again, and there will be mornings when your first thought is not hopeful. But here is the truth hidden inside that struggle: even your hardest days are now moving toward light. Even your slowest steps are steps forward. Nothing in your life is moving backward anymore. The tide has turned, even if the waves have not yet made it elegant. When you feel ordinary, remember this: ordinary is a holy disguise. Miracles do not always announce themselves in thunder. Sometimes they wear pajamas, sip water quietly, stare out of windows, and wonder if they are seen. You, in your most average moment, are still a breathing miracle of countless tiny things going right just to keep you here. Cells aligning. Heart beating. Air arriving exactly when you need it. Entire galaxies cooperating so that you can exist for another second. That is not small. That is astonishing. So let yourself be both human and infinite at the same time. Cry when you need to. Rest when you are tired. Laugh when the moment offers it. Reach when your heart feels ready. You do not have to do anything extraordinary to deserve an extraordinary life. You only have to keep choosing to be here, to be honest, to be open. Everything else will meet you halfway. And when you look back on this season, when the days have softened, when something beautiful has finally settled into your life, when your heart feels steadier than it ever has before, I want you to remember that there was a moment like this, a moment that felt like a quiet turning point, a whisper in the dark saying, "Stay. Breathe. You are becoming." That is what this was. Not an ending. Not a command. Not a miracle performed for you.